Yeah, so I've been collecting jazz since I was around 34, 35, and Dirty Sthiles, he's one in a million, definitely. Cloudy Day was, with all the successes garnered, was mostly a fluke, in my opinion. His, most of his other music was, well, it was crap. It was just unlistenable, incoherent crap. There's no other way. It was human excrement, literally falling out of a butt. Was what his music sounded like, other than Cloudy Day, of course. When he makes music himself, it's just absolutely horrendous. Take, for example, his first album, The Sun Stalks the Moon, that came out in 1958. It was mostly, it was very avant-garde for the time. It was mostly just a cat scratching a washboard while a baby cried in the background and someone else kicked an aluminum can down the street.
What is known today as brown music?
That's right, it was called brown music. He actually coined the phrase because it sounded so much like the color brown.
How many books do you have?
How many is this? This is like 13.
They're all about jazz music?
Most of them, except for the ones about wizards. I don't know, if there's a place in the contemporary, music landscapes for brown music anymore, but, everything's digital. You can make it work, in new music. His favorite book was this one. This is about birds in the Antarctic. And, he said it inspired him, but he never made any music about it, so I'm not really sure. Oh, this is a pretty good one about jazz. Me and Dirty used to read this, together. He would ask me to read parts of it out loud, and if he could tell if there was a comma splice even when I was speaking, and if there were, he would hit me. And I can't it won't go. Yeah, I don't know how he's holding up. He hasn't made music in decades, since the 70s. I don't really know what he does for work. I know he did pizza place. He's always moving around, and it's a very turbulent, lifestyle that wouldn't work for me. I don't leave this desk. The longer that a wizard's beard is, it means that he's not been doing wizard things for very long.
Hasn't been doing wizard things.
Yeah, in the short, most wizards actually just kind of look like regular people, the really experienced ones. At least that's my understanding of wizards. This isn't right at all. This is not what mountain wizards look like. I fucked up, man. I need to do this over. If Dirty were here, he would have corrected me. Why didn't you say anything? This isn't a mountain wizard at all. This guy can't even shoot a fireball yet.
Dirty Sthiles had a very turbulent home life. I remember when he was growing up, I remember reading that his father would beat him incessantly, while his mother would beat his older sister. It was very tragic until he got taken away and put into foster care, which is where he found his love for LSD.
He used to give me pizza with LSD on it, but I didn't want it, and I came back to him, and I told him, why you can't do this, man. I can't get any of my work done when you give me acid. I'm not like you. I can't do that, And he hit me, and then he gave me more pizza, and I said, does this have any LSD in it? And he said, no, man. And so I said, thank you, and I ate it, and it had LSD in it.
I actually heard he died several times over the years. Once while trying to make his own spaceship. Second time while trying to make his own submarine. And I actually heard it again a couple weeks ago about he was trying to race around the world for a woman's love.
At least that was like one of the more recent reports, like that he died in a Laotian village, like eating like the wrong kind of beetle.
Did you say he's still alive?
He's still alive. He works at a pizza parlor as a hostess, or a host.
How's that working out for him?
Well, he just got fired.
Yeah, I figured.
I think like a lot of his success was accidental, but that's just fucking cool. You know, like it's like rock and roll except it's jazz.
My cloudy day. Why you got me so so cloudy? Ah, girl, you cloudy day. And it won't. Cloudy day. So cloudy. Ah, ain't gonna be so cloudy day.
Would you consider yourself a Dirty Sthiles fanatic, a dirty head, as they would say?
Me? No, not me. Although I knew some that were, it was quite depressing. But I was never into that whole, closet homosexual cocaine scene like they were.